Hi, I'm Dana Brewer. I work for integrative medicine at Smilow Cancer Hospital. I am the creative expression coordinator.
I'm Gandali Bapat. I'm a designer and volunteer at Integrative Medicine.
Origami Cranes have long been a symbol of peace, love, hope, and healing during challenging times, and we invite you to make a crane to add to a larger installation within the hospital.
If you want to make your own crane, we've put together a quick instructional video, and keep watching till the end of the video to find out where and how exactly you can send your own cranes.
We're going to make a crane together. You start with a square. This is a 6x6. We're using origami paper.
But you can use any type of paper that you have at home as long as it's not super thick. You can use wrapping paper, you can use magazine paper, as long as it's a square and not too thick.
Okay, so we'll walk you through. Make sure that your folds are precise. That'll be easier to complete your project. So we're just going to fold the paper in half as our first fold.
Yeah. I'm going to turn it this way and do it because that's what I find easier.
And so you have the fold. Then you're going to turn it and do the same fold again, so fold it in half the opposite direction. Making sure that you stay very precise. Now we want to make a fold this way, so we're going to
make a triangle.
Make a triangle.
And you can use your fingers, you can use a pen, you can use a bone folder to help you make those lines really, really crisp.
And now turn it in the opposite direction and make another triangle. You have a starburst pattern. Now the next fold, we want to invert this side and this side. So we're going to fold this so that it comes together. Sometimes this one's a little tricky.
This is where your first folds are really going to help you, if they've been done super crisp.
Yeah, so it would look like it goes in. And then the same with the other side. So that your sides now are folded in. And it would look like this.
And remember to keep the open side towards you and the folded side away from you.
So the next step, just make sure, go over your creases and make sure that they're tight.
Yes.
You're going to pull just one piece of the side up and you're going to bring it up and over. So not across like that. You don't want to do that. You want to bring that up, almost like you're making a kite.
And you can use that middle fold to guide you as well.
And then the same thing with the other side. Just pull up one piece and bring it right to that middle guide line, and so that it looks like this. And remember, the openings will be at the bottom here. Now flip it over and repeat that step again. Cranes are very symmetrical, so we'll be repeating that steps quite often. So now it looks like this, with your openings on the bottom.
I'm just taking my time, trying to get those folds very precise.
Now this top triangle here, we want to fold that down. That'll be another line that we use. And we can turn it around and fold it in the opposite direction. This next one is called a petal fold, and you're going to just pull out one layer from each side. So we're going to pull this one out. And where that line was that we folded it, it will help it to fold straight back.
On itself.
Yeah. And then the top, we're going to refold that the opposite direction so that it looks like this. And then your other side is waiting to be done. So when you're ready, flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Just pull out that piece to that middle fold, and then reverse these. So these will be the start of our wings, and this bottom part should be facing towards you. And now that fold that we did where we met the middle before, we're going to do that again. So just pull up one side and go right to the middle and fold it.
So I'm not folding it in half, but I'm using that line in the middle to guide my fold, right?
Correct. And then do it the other side too. Yeah, that middle line is very important. I feel like mine's not tight enough, but. So you have one side done, you'll flip it and do the other side the same way, bringing that to meet that middle guideline and a nice crease, and then the other side. And so it looks like that. And you still have the openings pointing towards you. This you're going to fold up and at an angle. And then the other side up and at an angle. I always turn it around and do the same thing again because I want that crease to be deep, which makes it easier to work with. Okay. So now inside the wings, I'm going to put my finger in here and pull this up, and we're going to invert it, which could be a little tricky, but then it just folds.
That crease that we did just is helping me with that as well.
And
It's
then,
almost folding on itself, isn't it?
because mine's not as straight as I'd like it, I'm going to pick this side to be the head.
Yeah.
So I'll pull that down a little. And then do the same thing with the other side, which will become the tail. And then if you're mailing these in, you could mail them in just like this without opening them. But if you're ready to see what your crane looks like, you just pull the wings open and you have a crane.
So that's my favorite part, when you just take the wings and you make your crane.